which is, I think it's not a surprise at all that so many women, when they start going through this transition period in our midlife, start to experience awakenings, which we cannot ignore. I don't think an awakening necessarily is something that happens from one day to another. It can go on for a very long period of time, can go on for years. But there is a moment where we feel we cannot ignore what we are aware of, what we're experiencing on a somatic level, in everyday lives. And there comes a point where we just say, okay, some things need to change. And for me, that moment coincided with the global pandemic of coronavirus several years ago. And it also coincided with the fact that my job changed, as well as jobs of so many people who were working in education and across other sectors as well. And it's sort of certain things where you may go through life, as an employee and working in a particular place, with noticing certain inconsistencies or certain things that you feel you are not aligned with. But when something extreme happens, like coronavirus pandemic, everything was amplified. And so did all these sort of small misalignments. They suddenly became not small any longer. They became quite significant. And I realized that the place where I was and what I felt as my calling and my path, because I felt deeply passionate about working with young people in higher education, about being a lecturer. I started lecturing when I was very young. I was in my early 20s when I first started teaching at University of Belgrade, a Greek cultural history of Greece and Greek civilization. And it was amazing. I loved the experience. So I was teaching for close to 20 years. And then I realized that it was not the actual job, but it was the environment, the institutions that somehow did not seem like the right home for me and for the right choice for the purpose that I felt I had in this lifetime. And I felt it was time to change.